Again, 090 32 22 97 97, 081 82 22 22 05, 081 82 22 22 05, 080 82 22 20 37, 080 82 22 20 37. Before I go further on this episode, Chiamaka, please share some interesting updates that Premium Times published during the week.
Thank you, Titi. During the week, Premium Times published a couple of reports, and I'll bring you up to speed with a few of them. First, we published an editorial titled New Naira Notes and CBN's Policy Snafu. The editorial noted the controversies that have dogged the Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to redesign the nation's banknotes. It further indicated that with about 2 weeks left until the deadline for swapping old banknotes with the new ones, the new banknotes remain a collector's item, and automated teller machines still dispense the old notes. The editorial, however, proposed that extend
funny enough, I've been saying it, like I've been passing, somebody said that I've been passing his front. I've not really held anyone. And it's funny because the ATMs are not dispensing
the new notes. Yeah.
I interestingly, I used a POS center, and they actually gave me new notes. So I asked them if the banks are already issuing. They said yes, but they mix it with the old notes. I'm like, why are they still mixing it?
So I had to ask a friend that works at GT Bank at AP area here in Abuja, and she said their ATMs dispense the new cards, and I was wondering, so do I move myself from whatever location I am all the way to AP to get new notes? But yeah, I've seen them, good colors, great colors, red, blue, I don't know what colors, but they really look like fake notes all over. Yeah, I mean.
All right, so we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll be joined by Miriam Ileyemi, a colleague who exposed some Lagos state officials who sell fake COVID-19 test results without giving jabs. Stay with us.
And hold public officials, individuals and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Premium Times Half Hour, brought to you by Premium Times on Citizen FM 93.7. We are discussing an investigation that revealed the shoddy practices of Lagos state officials who give out COVID-19 vaccination cards for free, and well, not for free though, but with a fee, without actually vaccinating people. Miriam Ileyemi, a Premium Times reporter on the development desk, who worked on this report, to give us an elaborate feel of her account while she was on the field. But before she joins us in this, throws more light into this report, let me share a brief background on this story. The report starts with Solomon Oriere, a male nurse attached to the National located on the premises of the Keja, who is a go-to man for anyone in need of either COVID-19 test results or vaccination cards. For either the COVID-19 card or test result, he needs simply a name, phone number, date of birth, email address, and home address, and payment of 25,000 naira for the vaccination cards or 40,000 naira for the test results. Then he backdates the cards because of the duration of taking a complete dose of vaccination. Before we're joined by Miriam, Chiamaka, have you heard of this new scam before?
Yeah, it's not entirely new, Titi, and I say that to say that when the vaccines came on, a lot of people were skeptical about taking the vaccines, and then we heard news of fake vaccination cards. But to see that it has continued, this is 2023, 3 years or 2 years after the vaccines came on, it just shows that we are so far gone, if that's an expression to use.
All right, we have Miriam here. Miriam, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning. I can hear you.
All right, how are you doing this morning?
Up to you.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I said I'm doing very well. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us to have a conversation on your investigation. So let's start with the root cause. What makes people decide to shun taking the jabs? Although I know last week we had another colleague of yours who said the reason why people do not take the jabs is because they feel like once they take it, their bodies will turn into metal, or they'll become infertile, or the magnet, or it's a way for the white people to implant chips into Africans. So on the field, for your report, what's the root cause of people shunning the COVID-19 test result, right, and pay for the authentic yet fake results?
Yeah, for that, it appears that for every initiative, there are some persons who seek ulterior means to cut corners and pay their way off. I think vaccination is one of the strong measures that have been recommended since 2021 for everyone to stay safe. But some people still prefer to fake COVID-19 test results and vaccination certificates instead of faking the actual doses. I also think that people have different reasons. We never can tell. People have different reasons. But travelers obviously patronize these agents more. Because according to one of the computer operators that we spoke to for the story, she confirmed that many young persons who used a computer center to present their traveling documents in 2022 opted to purchase vaccination cards rather than taking the actual jabs. And then for some people would say it's the lack of confidence in the vaccine. Some fear the possible side effects from the vaccine. Some people is the mistrust in government and not believing that COVID-19 existed. You can still imagine that some people since 2020 believe there is no COVID-19, which is why they will never opt for vaccination. And then I would like you to know that this is not just a Lagos thing. We have seen a similar report from Abuja and Imo State. Even globally, it is prevalent. A few days ago, I saw a report about a doctor who is under investigation in Italy for supplying false COVID-19 certificates and fake vaccines. The investigation actually exposed one of these top Italian tennis player. So I also think misinformation is another factor.
Okay.
Some people are concerned about scenarios that are not real, like unproven claims that vaccine causes infertility. Yeah, so I think those are the factors.
Yeah, okay, so Miriam, with the prevalence of corrupt practices like this across the country, what would you say? What does it mean for Nigeria?
Yeah, this is a serious issue. Pleasant practices like this should be sternly addressed, should be addressed because it's a public health concern that puts everybody at risk. And it's also frustrating the efforts of the government, our own efforts to address Nigeria's health system. If you recall, the government made it compulsory for federal and state civil servants to take the vaccine. That was in 2021, with the warning that those without evidence of receiving the vaccine will be denied access to their offices. Some of these persons who present their evidence of being vaccinated might not have even taken any jab. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, right, also have a long way to go, I think, because their official website verified the details that I presented, fake details. It's verified it without taking the jab. So this investigation has revealed that NPHCDA's data on number of fully and partially vaccinated Nigerians, the data they've been giving us is questionable.
Wow.
Because a huge number of persons with valid cards were not actually vaccinated. And this our investigation that was done in Lagos, I think that's the same state that has been tagged as the nation's epicenter, and we have the data. Lagos is the epicenter of the virus since 2020. It's about 40% of the total infections recorded across the country. So imagine agents like Mr. Solomon and how many people they have discouraged from getting vaccinated or being tested when they notice certain symptoms.
All right, okay. Remember, this is an audience-centered program, meaning you can start calling us right away if you want to share your opinion on this report. The phone numbers to call are 090 32 22 97 97, 090 32 22 97 97, 081 82 22 22 05, 081 82 22 22 05, 080 82 22 20 37, 080 82 22 20 37.
Yeah, Mariam, so you touched on the question I'm going to ask, but I'm just going to go ahead because you said already that the data provided by the NPHCDA, which is led by Faisal Shoaib, of their way to find alternative means of getting vaccination cards. And I'm sitting here wondering, I took this jab twice already, and I'm no metal or I'm not magneting any spoons or knives to myself, and then people are doing this. So in the larger sense of it, or broader sense of it rather, how does this affect, accountability, the credibility of data generally for Nigeria? Because this is health we're talking about, and just like you said, it stands in the way of the efforts both governments and citizens are making to keep us all safe. And we see what's going on in China and some other parts of the world where, there's a little worry about other variants of the coronavirus coming up. And if people are not getting vaccinated, what does this mean for data in Nigeria and also globally?
Okay, so this data, if you look at it, I don't think that the MKCDA will not be able to correct, because honestly, the agency may not be able to identify who took the jab or not, as every input on their website has been counted already. So I think the only way to go about this is for NPHCDA to ensure that subsequent input on their website are original details of people who took the jab. When we contacted NPHCDA for this story, the executive director, as expected, said these practices are fraudulent. Yeah, we know. They now said that the vaccination team members, like specific people, they have been giving login details to the server so they can legitimately register persons that have been vaccinated for data monitoring and then recording. But you see, this process has been abused. Agents like Mr. Solomon are imputing fake details that are being recorded. So they need to like follow up not only with the vaccination team, but also how the supply resources for vaccination are utilized. Where are they? Are they training them in way? So I think they need to be accountable for all this. Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking the reason why they gave it to the health officials to take over is because they don't want it to be a clogged process. But now that we are dealing with corrupt officials, I'm just thinking in my head how they're actually going to be able to solve this issue, because it seems almost impossible if there's still like a personal motive. Anyways, dear listeners, you can still join us to weigh your thoughts on this particular report. The phone numbers to call are 090 32 22 97 97, 090 32 22 97 97, 081 82 22 22 05, 081 82 22 22 05, and lastly 080 82 22 20 37. Again, 080 82 22 20 37.
So, Miriam, I'm curious to know. I mean, besides the fact that the NPHCD has given login passwords to their staff and all of that to check it, which seems almost impossible, what are the other health authorities doing about it? I mean, other health agencies in the state, what are they doing about this?
Yeah, thank you. I think the health authorities, they're definitely aware that there will always be people like this who would want to beat the system. Because I remember at NPHCD executive director who also mentioned that they've been working with security agencies to try and catch officials, to catch them, those who are involved in fraudulent activities like this. But the truth is, I think they will be unable to get to all of them, About 2 hours after that investigation was published, I remember the chief medical director, that's Mr. Fabangu, he made us, that's the hospital, and then he has been paraded. He even sent us a video. So he said that the Solomon is now on his way to react with this command. That was when the investigation come out, the same Solomon further being interrogated, And afterwards he reached out, he said they are getting more information from him and they will keep us posted. Yeah.
All right, Chamaka.
Yeah. So, Mariam, the police is aware, or the security forces are aware, and the next question I would like to ask is, what is the deterrent beyond, saying, oh, we're investigating, we're taking this person to the police station, and their jail terms, are they entitled to bail? If I were to call the shots, you don't get bail, you have to pay for your sins. So what exactly is being done? What is the process like?
Yeah, what I know is that health authorities, they hardly update us with cases like this. Because I remember I also reached out to the permanent secretary of the Lagos State Primary Healthcare Board, that's Mr. Ibrahim Mustafa. Yeah, so he told me that the state task force caught some people. That was when they first introduced the vaccine. That was in 2021. They caught a few people and took them to the court immediately. So he now said that for some adult staff were also caught, but they were pardoned. They stopped them from working immediately. So I don't know. This means that somehow they have a way of dealing with them and not informing the media. And then a few days after Mr. Solomon was apprehended, like I mentioned, CMD told us, they assured us that they've gotten more information from him and the interrogation is still on and we won't be updated. So I'm still expecting him, to reach out.
Well, I just hope that there's a more decisive and stringent measure, because if it's just to deregister or stop them from practicing, there'll be another loophole basically. So thank you, Miriam, for providing more details and insight into your reports. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we would like to hear your take on this report. Stay with us.
Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Premium Times Half Hour, brought to you by Premium Times. This is Premium Times Half Hour, brought to you by Premium Times on Citizen FM 93.7. We're discussing the Premium Times' investigation that exposed how vaccination cards are given without giving jabs. But authentic COVID-19 test results. If you can still join us, your opinion, the phone numbers to call are 090 32 22 97 97, 090 32 22 97 97, 081 82 22 22 05, 081 82 22 22 05, 080 82 22 20 37, 080 82 22 20 37. This is where we wrap up today's episode, but before we go, Queen Esther would do a recap of some interesting reports you missed during the week from Premium Times.
Okay, so first, Naira notes and CBN policies snaffle. The editorial noted that the controversy have dodged the Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to design the nation's banknotes. The report further indicated that with about 2 weeks left to the deadline for swapping old banknotes with new ones, the new banknotes remain a collector's item at ATMs. ATMs still dispense the old notes. The editorial, however, proposed that extending the deadline for the banknote swap will not be the end to the shortfalls, but by acknowledging the mess already created, withdrawing the new Naira notes and not fixing the root incompetence in the economy. Premium Times also published an exclusive report that detailed how a Nigerian, Ahmed Ponle, opened 470 fraudulent bank accounts to defraud American banks. He pled guilty, by the way, in the US, and he faces as much as 30 years imprisonment for the offense after defrauding at least 10 American banks with nearly $6 million exposure. And lastly, Premium Times published an analysis that detailed how the Central Bank of Nigerian loans to Buhari's government climbed 2,900% in 7 years, which is in gross violation of the law. You can get more details of these reports and more other reports on Premium Times website, www.premiumtimesng.com.
All right, so this is where we round off today's episode. I hope you had an amazing time with us. Make sure you keep it up to date with us on Premium Times Half Hour every Thursday at 11:05 on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Again, this show is brought to you by Premium Times, the leading multimedia news platform which serves you every minute stories that can help you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely updates on politics, entertainment, sports, and business, visit our website www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Ladies, let's do this again next week. Thanks for joining me to have this conversation, and do have a great weekend, everyone.
Videos, podcasts, and other interesting